pieces as we get on into this matchup.
It's very crucial to try to secure a top 2 seed in the Southeast. Jogging with 2 other excellent teams in Liberty and Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast a couple of years ago took home, I believe, back-to-back national championships. So, we'll see them later this season, but certainly, a lot of eyes on tonight's games, from all around the ACHA. We'll get you prepped a little bit for what we'll see out of the visiting side tonight. Some key players, especially on the forward end. Trevor Grasnow and Roman Lamoureux for the Flames. Some top scorers. Grasnow with 31 points already on the season in just 17 games, I believe, including a team-leading 23 assists. Certainly a playmaker to watch. And their top goal scorer, Roman Lamoureux, 12 goals and 12 assists so far on the campaign. We'll see how the Icepack plan to limit that on the defensive side tonight. Yeah, well, like the coach just said pregame, lots of speed with both teams, so they're gonna have to match each other. NC State's defense gonna have to keep up with those fast forwards of the Liberty Flames, and vice versa. Liberty has a lot of fast players, like you mentioned, all those points being scored. NC State scored a lot of points this season, too. So both defenses are going to have to really be on their toes today as they go back and forth, as we look to see a lot of play in the neutral zone coming out, vying for position as we go on into the game. In terms of the Icepack, personally, I'm looking at that top line. Chris Solomon, Matt Miller, Colby Peterson. 3 great playmakers. Chris Solomon, the leading scorer for the Icepack, always creating plays in the offensive end and getting in good spots to score. Assistant coach Eric Muir was telling us before the game, he thinks the team that makes the good, simple plays will end up coming up on top in this game, full of speed and skill going down both ends. And Chris Solomon is somebody who likes to get in a good scoring spot, get around the slot. And, we'll see if they try to set him up sort of on the power play on that right circle. As we know, that's his signature spot. And we'll see how the game plan goes in terms of getting him going. Icepack and Flames coming up in just a few minutes here. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV and WRAL Sports Plus.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop. From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back to Icepack pregame. We are just minutes away from puck drop between the Flames and the Icepack here at the Wake Competition Center. Joey, what do you think is going to be the key for the visiting side here tonight?
Well, honestly, they just have to shut out this crowd. You can probably hear them behind us right now. They're doing player intros, and they are loud. This crowd's been itching for hockey. It's been over a month since it's been here. So NC State fans have come out. They're supporting their team, and they are really loud today. So that's my key to the game. They just got to shut out this crowd and play good 60 minutes of hockey.
The Wake Competition Center can provide quite the home ice advantage when it is rocking. It is certainly rocking tonight. For NC State, I'm going to go with getting on the board early as my key to the game. Dakota Sihanuk between the pipes for the Flames is an excellent goaltender. We heard the coaches speaking about it before the game for NC State, how he can just steal a game for them at any given moment on any given night. To be able to get one past him early and maybe shake up his confidence a little bit could be a big key for the Icepack getting in this game, getting on the front foot, so to speak, and putting themselves in a position to win the first half of the Wagon Wheel Trophy. And how about that trophy, Joey? That it's literally a wagon wheel, and I feel like that's something that each side will be itching to bring home.
Yeah, it honestly looks really cool. Like I said before, Coach Healy showed us what the trophy looks like before the game here today, and it is definitely a unique trophy, and I'm sure we'll be seeing it presented at the end of the broadcast, well, at the end of tomorrow's game, because it's 2 games set, and if they go into overtime, that'll be pretty interesting too. Coach Healy was saying that's kind of like an off-the-books kind of thing. ACHA won't really know about that one. If it does go into overtime, they'll just go into a shootout and decide that trophy, who it goes to after that. So that's pretty interesting.
Lots of anticipation coming into this game tonight. We'll take a short break. When we come back, puck drop between the Flames and the Icepack here at the Wake Competition Center.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Live from the Wake Competition Center, where NC State is about to take on the Liberty Flames.
Both teams about to take the ice here at Weight Competition Center. Flames and Icepack, two of the best teams in the ACHA Southeast Division. Puck drop at center ice. Miller and Mallon. Icepack win the draw. Sent all the way in on Sihanouk. He'll stick that away. Icepack throwing a quick shot on net. Colby Peterson quickly flipped out of the zone by the Flames. NC State looking to get started early in this wagon wheel matchup. Through the middle, it's tipped ahead to Peyton Nash. He fires a shot from outside the circle. Easily saved by Eric Daniel. Down in the corner, they drop it back to the point for Charlie Wilkie. Whistle blows. Looks like the puck, or the net, came off its moorings. So NC State quickly off the draw, pushed it into the zone, tried to get a quick shot, tried to catch Sihanouk sleeping, but he was sharp as always. So we've got a defensive zone draw for NC State now. Puck is won over to Victor Hugo. They chip it along the boards. Eventually sticked ahead by Miller. He'll send it all the way into the Liberty zone, where it is cleared out and all the way down for an icing. Or no, icing's waved off. Guess the puck hit the stanchion in a strange way to negate the icing call there. Solomon's looking through Miller at center ice. It's turned over. Now Toby for the Flames will look to get something started out of his own end. Sent ahead to Hawk. Gets to Harrell. Harrell tries to find the centering pass for Doe, but defended well by the Icepack. Icepack wearing their white out uniforms tonight against the blue and red kits for the Flames. Great play by Miles Ferrone to clear the zone for the Icepack. Zarek will dump it in deep, where it'll be retrieved by Wood. Wood can't clear Ferrone. It's chipped all the way back behind the net. Wood and Riley Johnson jostle for it. Timothy Doe will flip it high and off the ceiling of the Weight Competition Center for a stoppage.
Well, we've seen a lot of battles in the neutral zone so far in this game here. Both sides not really able to get possession in either one of their zones. Lots of good defensive play so far. Let's see if we can carry on that as we get a face-off in Liberty's defensive zone.
Quick shot by Riley Johnson goes high and wide. Kept in at the point by Miles Ferrone. It gets into Zarek. Zarek, another blocker save by Sihanouk. Garrett Arini will retrieve it, take it behind the net. Spinorama pass finds Johnson. His short side try blockered away. Along the sideboards, Sherwood trying to clear for the Flames, unable to do so. Zarek in the corner. He is hassled by Meyer. Zarek now outside the circle, battling with Sherwood. Gets into the skates of Riley Johnson. He tries to control it. Gets it back to the point where a shot is deflected up into the netting from Miles Ferrone.
A couple good shots there by NC State. Saw one by Riley Johnson. Almost went in. Parker Zarek had another good look as well.
Face off to the glove side of Sihanouk. It's going to be Fong against Josh Wagner. Face off won by the Flames. Wilkie will take it behind his own net where he's met by Fong. Spring pass for Matley. Their try goes wide of the net. Back to the point for Wilkie. He gives across to Toby. His wrister deflected along the way. Pad save by Eric Daniel. Icepack with the puck now going the other way. Arini with some speed through the middle. His pass drops behind the blue line. Icepack will have to tag up to negate the offsides. Wilkie trying to chip it along past Alex Robinson. He pins it with a skate to the boards. And there's going to be a penalty. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like there's going to be a roughing penalty against Jared Matley of the Flames.
So you mentioned pregame. The Icepack need to get on the boards early in this one to have the upper hand, and this is going to be a good opportunity for them to do that. Offensive draw, take it all the way back in their defensive zone, however.
Hugo will give off to Chris Solomon, who will look to get things started on this first power play of the night for NC State. Riley Johnson coming down the right side. He'll send it all the way around, while Zarek will retrieve it. Parker Zarek trying to hand it off to Arini. Arini in the corner now, drops back for his teammate. Zarek now will give back to Hugo. He'll fake the slapper, looking for a lane. Him and Zarek play catch. Now Hugo's slapper, pad save by Sihainuk, and it will go out of play. The nation's number 2 and 3 teams in ACHA Division II going at it here. Icepack with a shot advantage early, 5-1. But Sihainuk has been there for all of them, looking quite confident in between the pipes for Liberty. Sent ahead now to Joshua Mallon. Mallon's try blocked on the way through by Alex Robinson. Short-handed Liberty with control of the puck in the offensive end. Drop back to the point for Hawk. He'll just simply skate backwards and chew off a little bit more clock. Flames captain Max Mitchell will send it all the way down, where Timothy Doe will retrieve it for Liberty. And again, they'll just pass it back and rag a few more seconds off of this penalty. Icepack now with possession once again. Alex James sidesteps a stick that was dropped by the Flame forward. Here's Alex Robinson. He tries to give over to his brother, Zach. He sends it on behind the net. Matt Miller's pass intercepted and cleared by Liberty. 20 seconds to go on this first power play of the game. Icepack with the man advantage, looking to capitalize early. Here comes Philip Bailey in his first game in an Icepack uniform. He dumps it in. Mitchell sidesteps Nick Constantino. Flames clear it out through the middle. Could be a chance for Peyton Nash. He dangles the defender. Nash in on goal, fires a shot wide. Maybe a good stick from the Icepack defender there to escape danger. Constantino now battling for the puck. It's loose in the slot. Eventually will be picked up by Philip Bailey, and he'll simply chip it along the side boards. Penalty has expired now, back to full strength, both teams. And actually another penalty is going to be called. Looks like interference is the signal from the referee, and now Liberty will go on the power play. Philip Bailey will sit 2 minutes for interference, and we'll take another look at this shorthanded chance from Peyton Nash.
And you know, that wasn't really a very good power play at all for the Icepack there. Spent a lot of time in their own defensive zone. Honestly, the last minute, 15 seconds of that power play was spent solely playing defense on there. And, you know, Liberty had that shorthanded break that they almost got. Luckily, Eric Daniel was there to make the save. And now the Icepack goes on a penalty kill.
Drew Brushingham was there to deflect the shot possibly from Peyton Nash, but Liberty here with the man advantage on the penalty to Philip Bailey. Short side shot from Nash is blocked. It gets back to Timothy Doe on the point. He passes to the captain, Mitchell. Doe gets it back. Another one-timer for Nash, patted away by Eric Daniel. Flip does not get out of the zone. Max Mitchell in for Josh Harrell. He gives it back to Timothy Doe. Here's Max Mitchell. His wrister from the point, looking for a tip on the way, none available. Eventually, Arini will clear it all the way down for NC State. Mitchell now through the middle for Cooper Neal. Neal on the left side with some speed. Stops and is met once again by Colby Peterson. Liberty maintains possession. Here's Wagner, his wrister, off the shoulder of Daniel. Back to the point. Josh Wagner gives over to Mitchell. Mitchell gives to Neal. Neal in the corner, tried to attempt a centering pass, but was blocked. They're jockeying for the puck. Eventually gets back to Victor Hugo behind his own net, and he'll clear it all the way down with 30 seconds remaining on the Philip Bailey penalty. Neither team able to generate many high-danger chances on the power play thus far. Here comes Tucker for the Flames down the right side. Flips a shot and he scores! Well, just as I say that, coming down the right side, Luke Tucker flips a short side top shelf wrister over the shoulder of Eric Daniel, and Liberty leads 1-0.
Yeah, Luke Tucker had a pretty nice set of moves going on in that goal there. Switched from his front hand to the backhand, front hand again, and just went over the shoulder of Eric Daniel. As we take a look at the replay here, just takes it in all by himself, catches the defense sleeping a little bit. He just takes it right over the left shoulder of Eric Daniel to put the Flames up 1-0 early in this contest.
Great move to fool Alex James there on defense, and just a perfectly placed shot by Luke Tucker to beat Eric Daniel. So the first lead of the game in this first Wagon Wheel Trophy game belongs to Liberty. Icepack looking to respond. Jackson Cowan's pass goes off the curved glass, so that'll be a stoppage.
Yeah, this is just not a really good start for the Icepack here. You know, you had the power play, could have went up 1-0 instead. You spend most of that power play on defense, trying to defend a team that's short one man, and you know, give up a penalty right after that, go on the penalty kill, and then right at the end of that penalty kill, get scored on. It's not a very good start. This team's looking awfully slow right now.
Darren Carter down the right side fires a low wrister wide of the net. High flip does not get past Max Mitchell. Liberty will push back into the Icepack zone. Eric Daniel plays it along, looking for Matt Miller. Liberty intercepts, but back to clean it up is Miller once again. Trying to play an indirect pass along the boards, intercepted by Harrell. Harrell's low wrister, kicked away by Eric Daniel. And here come the Icepack. Riley Johnson gives to Solomon. Chris Solomon gets around the defender on the left side. Solomon moves into the slot, just lost control of the puck, and it will be cleared away through the middle. Timothy Doe going after it for Liberty. It trickles in on net, goes off the outside of the post, still a loose puck, eventually knocked away by Jackson Cowan. Here's Mitchell for the Flames. Indirect pass. Does eventually find a teammate for a moment. Eventually flipped on the backhand through the middle by Chris Solomon. Will go all the way down. No icing is the call. Skittering through the middle once again. Charles Monteith will retrieve it. Icepack trailing 1-0 here in the first period. Good cross-ice pass for Charles Monteith on the right side, looking for Fong through the middle, went off his skate. He drops it back to the point for Ricky Frosch, and he can't hold the zone. It'll be offside.
Wow, what an opportunity for the Icepack there. Unfortunately, Fong just couldn't get his stick on that puck. If he did, he had a pretty good chance at scoring, just went off the skate. Unfortunately for the Icepack, and to make matters worse, offsides is the call, and they'll go to a face-off.
Joshua Sherwood will face off against Alex Fong just outside the Liberty zone. It's one back by the Pack. Zach Robinson will carry it in on the left side, trying to sidestep Jared Meyer. It's a tie up in the corner. They battle away at it, eventually won by Liberty. And here comes Graham Wood. He'll get it to Cooper Neal on the right side. His shot sails high and into the netting out of play.
Liberty's just taking control of this game so far. They're acting like this is their home ice, and they can do whatever they want here. NC State just looks a little sluggish, a little slow to start out this game, not like their usual selves. We were talking pregame. Both these teams are very fast. Just NC State, for whatever reason, just isn't all on the gas right now. Let's see if they can make that change in the second half of this period.
And to your point, pregame, they've done a good job of shutting out the crowd, especially with that goal, converting early. And we'll see if they're able to maintain that lead. But so far, they do look to have control of this game. Joshua Sherwood at blind pass, looking for a teammate on the right side, but couldn't connect. Victor Hugo will throw one off the boards for Drew Bressingham. Gets to Philip Bailey, the freshman in his first game for the Icepack. Dangles to the outside, sidesteps a hit from Max Mitchell. Here's Bailey behind the net. Philip Bailey with a spinorama backhand pass. Couldn't find a recipient. Icepack maintain control in the neutral zone. It's turned over. Here comes Jared Matley. He drops for Wagner, who takes a big hit from Nick Constantino, and Liberty scores! An unlikely shot. They caught the goaltender napping. Might not have even seen it through the screen, but Liberty puts one in the top left corner now to make it 2-0.
Well, the hit Constantino made on Wagner kind of distracted everybody from that play there. The puck just kind of slipped away. We'll take a look here. There's that big hit on Wagner, and then the puck just slips out.
A seeing eye shot from Darren Carter at the right point.
Yeah, just a beautiful shot, beautiful place shot. Nothing really Eric Daniel can do about that.
A top corner seeking missile there. Timed it perfectly, and Liberty leads 2-0. Johnson gives over to teammate through the middle. Zarek's backhander not able to convert, the pad save by Sihainuk. Here's Zarek again down low, tries the short side wrister. Blocked away again by Sihainuk. Zarek gives it behind the net to Johnson, trying to find Arini. Sticked away by the Liberty defenses. Liberty looking down the ice. Puck was gloved down by Parker Zarek. Gives it into the slot for Arini, his one-timer. Shoulder save by Sihainuk. Icepack still threatening. Riley Johnson now. Throws it across. Cowan will chip it back in behind the net. Liberty will come away with it. Nash trying to flip it through for Trevor Graz now, but puck was knocked down. Icepack back with control now. Pass ahead for Solomon. His wrister just high the glove side. Peterson can't settle it, so the Flames will take it back. Cameron Toby trying to go through the middle, intercepted by Solomon. Solomon's wrister from the top of the sock, gloved away by Sihainuk. Solomon driving play for the Icepack as soon as he steps on the ice. Here's Timothy Doe. He'll flip it past Eric Daniel. He'll leave it for a teammate. Liberty with a slight advantage in shots on goal so far in this period. Here's Solomon on the left side. Gives it cross ice pass for Ferrone, doesn't get through. Here comes Hawk. He's got Ferrone on him. Looking for Doe, but pass didn't make it. Roman Lamoureux dancing around defender through the middle. Lamoureux to the left side. His low wrister into the glove of Eric Daniel, and he'll freeze it.
Here's a replay. A couple shots that NC State had on goal here. A couple good opportunities on that last offensive shift. Eric Daniel swallows another one, but I'd like to point out something that happened a few possessions ago. Riley Johnson seemed to have tripped one of the Liberty players along the bench, and they were looking for a call. That obviously wasn't called. I do think that was a missed call, and that would have put the Icepack into a bigger hole. Luckily, the referees did not see that one.
Luckily, they can't see everything, but if the Icepack want to get themselves back into this game, they'll need to avoid taking any penalties like that moving forward. Here comes Alex Fong. He'll send it all the way around. Monteith couldn't keep the puck. Cooper Neal takes it up for the Flames. Neal's got Lamoureux with him on the left side. Tries to find him in the slot. Puck gets away into the corner. Lamoureux retrieves it. Lamoureux on the backhand. Spins and fires. Sticked away. High flip by the Icepack. Chasing after it is Monteith, but he'll be beaten to it by David Hawk. Through the middle and chipped in by Luke Tucker. Liberty will go for a change. Alex James leaves for his defensive partner Victor Hugo, who will spring it up for Drew Bressingham. Bressingham along the left side, getting around his opposite number, David Hawk. It's turned over. Here come the Flames. Darren Carter. He and Jared Matley entered the zone offsides. Take a look at it. This chance from Lamoureux. Just took it into the slot, a little low spin shot. Not sure if it hit a stick on the way or hit the pad of Eric Daniel. Either way, Icepack were able to clear it away. NC State with the puck now, gets to Bailey. Philip Bailey trying to get around David Hawk. Puck has dropped back to the point for Jackson Cowan. His shot looking for a tip in the middle. Bressingham on the rebound, sent it wide. Carter will send it down into the NC State zone so his team can get a line change. Leading scorer for the Flames, Graz now hounding the puck. Charlie Wilkie picks it up from the defensive position for Liberty. Graz now. One-timer attempt from Joshua Mallon didn't connect. Bressingham will drop it back as NC State goes for a line change here. Johnson tried to get around Wilkie but could not. Bressingham sending it in deep. NC State will complete their line change. Liberty's pass through the middle, immediately intercepted by Garrett Arini, and he'll send it back in. Joshua Mallon drops for Cameron Toby. Toby looking down the ice for a teammate. Puck was intercepted and sent back in again by NC State. Again, two fast, very skilled teams looking for these 2 and 3 line passes, as they used to call them. Just trying to hit, big chunk plays, so to speak, down the ice. Always looking very far down there for a long outlet pass. And there's going to be a penalty coming up to Liberty here, maybe a cross check or a boarding call from behind the NC State net. Eric Daniel vacates the cage. Riley Johnson flying down the right side now with a lot of speed. He fires a low one off the pad of Sihanouk, and finally the delayed penalty is touched up by the Flames. So just 3:50 remaining here in the first period. NC State will have a man advantage.
Well, this is a power play that they absolutely have to have. NC State just looks flat throughout most of this first period, and putting up a goal here would really help their cause to coming back and taking this lead back over the Flames in their home arena.
Joshua Mallon will sit 2 minutes. NC State with a power play. Victor Hugo on the left point. He's got it outside the left circle. He'll hand it off to Parker Zarek. Zarek down low for Arini. Icepack looking patient, trying to get the right opportunity. Here's Solomon, top of the right circle. Cross ice pass for Zarek. His shot maybe hit the stick or the post, but stays out of the Liberty net.
What a save there. I believe that hit the top of his stick. If I was correct in seeing that, that was an incredible save, because that would have gone in 99 times out of 100. So what a save there.
We'll take another look here. Solomon in his signature spot over on the right circle passes it up for Zarek. It looks like it may have hit the knob of the stick of Dakota Sihanouk. A good opportunity there for NC State. 1:14 remaining on their power play here on the penalty to Joshua Mallon. Flames able to quickly clear the zone off the face-off. NC State will circle back and regroup, look to get something started. They're just barely able to get past Peyton Nash in the neutral zone. Alex James gives it into Colby Peterson. Sent all the way back to the right point for Alex Robinson. Robinson gives it off to his brother Zach. Zach Robinson, his high wrister, another blocker save by Sihainuk. Some stick taps from the Liberty bench for that one. Alex Robinson at the top of the zone. His pass for Robinson. They keep it in. Top of the right circle, James's shot is blocked. Alex James goes over to Robinson. Alex Robinson, a slap pass there through the middle, trying to get a tip, deflected away, and Liberty will clear it all the way down. Final 10 seconds ticking off this power play for NC State. One more rush with the man advantage, and nothing will come of that as it bounces off the stick of Alex Fong. Back to full strength. Timothy Doe, his backhander, it's loose in the crease. Trying to pounce on it was Eric Daniel. Slap shot now, blocked along the way and cleared out by Alex Fong. Here's Neal. The whistle blows back in the Icepack zone. Maybe an equipment issue for Eric Daniel.
Eric Daniel was all over the place besides in his own net. I believe Philip Bailey got a piece of that puck as Eric Daniel was kind of discombobulated over there in his net. So you can credit Philip Bailey for a save there in his first game here with the Icepack, the freshman.
Some chaos there just at the conclusion of the Icepack power play. Now 0 for 2 on the night. Referee kind of flubbed the puck drop there, so they'll blow the whistle and try it again. Matt Miller against Roman Lamoureux. Icepack will come away with it off the draw. Deflected off a Liberty stick back into their own zone. Max Mitchell against Chris Solomon, captain versus captain. And the Flames captain wins that one. They're moving it ahead. Roman Lamoureux in the middle with a lot of speed. He drops it off for Neal. His backhand attempt blocked away by Ferrone. Gets back to Max Mitchell at the left point. Mitchell dispossessed by the Icepack captain. He gets it ahead to Colby Peterson. Peterson with just under a minute to go in the period. Trying to find a pass in the slot. Tip and they score! Chris Solomon connects with Colby Peterson going through the middle. And NC State has cut the deficit in half with just 50 seconds to go in the first period.
Solomon connected with Peterson there on the tip drill. And that's exactly what this team needed. You know, like I kept saying, they looked flat in this game so far, and that will really open things up. It's always, the hardest goal is always the first goal in hockey. And once you get past that, you feel like you can score. Just a beautiful tip there in front by Colby Peterson.
Phenomenally skilled play there from Colby Peterson. That will be his 13th goal of the season. An assist from the Icepack's leading scorer and captain Chris Solomon. Be his 39th point leading the team. So just under 35 seconds to go here in the first period. Icepack with a crucial goal, keeping their chances of winning this game alive and hopefully bringing home that Wagon Wheel Trophy. Here's Garrett Arini inside the left circle. James trying to play it along for NC State. Arini backhands it. It takes a weird bounce right out in front, but luckily for Liberty, no white jerseys in the area, and they're able to send it away. Final 10 seconds of this period. Looks like they will just tick away. Peyton Nash with a little bit of forechecking for Liberty, but nothing will come of it. And that will be it for the first period. So largely controlled by the visitors. Liberty coming out strong, scoring the first 2 goals of the contest. But with just 50 seconds to go, Colby Peterson with the nice tip. So the score after 20 minutes, 2-1 in favor of the Liberty Flames. We'll take a short break. When we come back, intermission coverage. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile. At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library,
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Back to Icepack hockey on PackTV, where the Pack trail 2-1 after 20 minutes in this Wagon Wheel Trophy game against the Liberty Flames. Joining me now is Philip Bailey. Philip, your first game here with the Icepack. Just generally, what's it like being out there for the first time?
It's definitely a different level of hockey. You know, growing up playing youth, it's just completely different, a lot faster, a lot more physical. It took me a shift or two to get used to it. I think I've settled in now, and I'm definitely ready to go.
There was a chaotic play down there towards the end of the period where, you know, puck was bouncing all around Eric Daniel, kind of went around the net. They had a sort of an open opportunity, and you were kind of involved in keeping that puck out. Just what generally happened there, and how are you able to sort of respond in a scrambling scenario like that?
Yeah, so I realized one of the forwards dropped down low, and I dropped down low with him, and there was a shot or a pass maybe, and it ricocheted off a guy, and it ended up going behind the net and it coming out to the middle. And I realized where the puck went. You know, the first thing I see is, you know, Eric out of the net, and I kind of had to get to the front of the net, kind of just lay it out a little bit. It hit me, and in those situations, it's just honestly just jail rules, and you kind of just take a body, and then you clear the puck out if you can find it.
So the visitors, it seemed like they almost had control of the game for a good bit of that first period, but you guys are able to get on the board there with 50 seconds left on the tip from Colby Peterson. How big can goals like that late in the period be for sort of fueling the comeback effort?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It's a completely different game once you get that momentum, especially at the end of the period. We're going in higher than we were before, and I think we'll do big things next period.
And what are you guys looking to do to respond and sort of move forward in this game and try to bring home the win?
Honestly, I think we play the same way. I think we outshoot them or outshot them, and I think we just play physical, fast, play our game, and I think we win this.
All right, thanks, Philip.
Thank you.
Just heard from freshman forward Philip Bailey here playing his first game with the Icepack. And rejoining me now is color commentator Joey Bianconi. And Joey, we saw a lot of what the coaches prepared us for before the game. A lot of speed going both ways, but Liberty largely in control for the first bit there, but NC State with a strong, sort of momentum shift there at the end of the period.
Yeah, starting the game, Liberty gave us what was advertised. Really speedy team getting in behind the defense. NC State took a little bit to get going there, but once they got that tip in from Colby Peterson, you notice the last 50 seconds of that period, they played with more intensity, so I expect to see that coming into the second period.
And we saw a really strong performance on Liberty's end from their goaltender, Dakota Sihanouk. Again, something that both coaches were prepared for. Liberty coach Ben Hughes, he told us before the game, if there's anybody to watch, Dakota is the guy between the pipes. And he's just coming off an injury, but he looks as sharp as ever for Liberty.
Yeah, Sihanouk looked pretty much elite in that goaltending. Like any shot that came his way, no matter how difficult the shot was to save, he saved. Only shot that went by him was that tip in by Peterson. It's really hard to predict those kind of shots, but yeah, there were a couple shots that probably, against another opponent, the Icepack would have drained on them immediately, but Sihanouk looking really sharp in goal.
Let's touch on the Icepack power play. They did have a multitude of opportunities there in the first period, but largely weren't able to convert. What could be the difference for them moving forward and hopefully capitalizing on those man advantage opportunities?
Yeah, well, their first power play, they looked really weak. Honestly, one of the worst power plays I've seen by them by this season. They barely had control. So they just got to go back to what they're good at, being a speedy team. Those cross-ice passes, we saw it kind of work in the latter half of that period. Wasn't really working in the beginning, but getting back what they're used to, playing their game, make Liberty play their game, not the other way around.
And we'll see if they're able to get on the positive side of that penalty differential as the game continues. It's a little chippy out there. You could see it on that second Liberty goal, the big hit from Nick Constantino. Everyone almost got a little distracted, almost stopped for a moment there, and then the seeing eye shot into the top corner by Darren Carter from the right point. That's something a lot of teams, they wouldn't be able to score there, but you have to keep in mind NC State is playing an elite opponent in terms of ACHA hockey, and Liberty is proving that so far tonight.
Yeah, this just isn't any other opponent. I mean, Liberty's ranked higher than NC State right now. They're ranked 2 in the nation. NC State's behind them at 3, so 2 pretty elite teams. But this is no cakewalk for NC State. NC State has been able to control almost their opponents most of the season, but this is a totally different ballgame as we come here into the new year, 2022. This is really their first true test for this team, and so far, they're hanging in there, but we're going to need to see more from them coming up in the next couple periods.
Icepack trailing 2-1 after 20 minutes here at the Wake Competition Center, looking to ride that wave of momentum from the late goal as the game continues. We'll take a short break. When we come back, more intermission coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
2-1 is the score here at the Wake Competition Center after 20 minutes of action. Flames with the advantage. So we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first period of action here. Liberty on the power play. It was Luke Tucker tucking that one just over the shoulder of Eric Daniel on the short side. A phenomenal goal for the Flames to get things started just about 7.5 minutes into the opening frame. And here we see the second goal from Darren Carter. Again, the big hit from Costantino, followed by the shot by Carter. Just kind of was a missile up into the top left corner, but the Icepack were able to respond just at the end of the period. So the pass through the middle didn't get through, but Solomon was there to feed it to Colby Peterson, who tipped that one up and over the goaltender, Dakota Sihanouk. That got us to where we are now, the 2-1 score. That late Icepack goal. NC State looking to ride that momentum into the second period, hoping to ride this home crowd here at the Wake Competition Center as we take a look at some of the stats here. NC State, you know, again, with the advantage in terms of numbers of penalties, they've had their chances on the power play. But Joey, frankly, I think if they want to win this game and head into that second matchup tomorrow up in Lynchburg with a win already under their belt, I think they're going to have to get more efficient on the power play and really take advantage of their scoring opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be more efficient on that power play. You know, just honestly just pressuring them. You don't even have to score on a power play. Just pressure them, get a few shots on goal, get them uncomfortable in their situation, because they definitely didn't do that on their first power play. They got a little better once the game went on, however, but like I said, it looked very weak. And you know, a lot of people come into the Wake Competition Center here and expect NC State to outscore their opponents by a lot, as we've seen throughout the last couple months. But NC State, you know, they're being outshot, outscored, pretty much outplayed on all fronts so far. So you just need to see a stronger, you know, kind of response from NC State here coming up in the second period.
And, you know, there is a chance maybe there could be a little bit of sluggishness after such a long break. Again, the last game NC State played was at PNC Arena all the way back on November 29th, I believe. The big win over North Carolina in the Governor's Cup. We'll see if they're able to, you know, remain sharp as we take a look at a couple of the other highlights here from the first period. Again, some nifty moves there from Liberty. And the coaches were steadfast the entire time. Both teams very evenly matched, a lot of speed, a lot of skill, and that's what led to a number of these chances and goals, especially I would say on the Liberty side. But it was also an amazing, you know, hockey play from Chris Solomon and Colby Peterson on that Icepack goal. It may look simple, but it's one of those things where it's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Healy said it's the simple plays that you need to make in order to win this hockey game. And that was a simple play, simple hockey play. You know, they practice it every week at practice. Just a simple little tip drill. And, you know, just a simple little play like that will get your offense going. It'll get you some momentum. And especially right at the end of the period, we heard from Bailey when you did the interview, you know, that really fires up your team. You could see them in the last 50 seconds playing with so much more intensity. And that just puts them in the driver's seat pretty much, and the Liberty has taken the back seat, and NC State just needs to prove that they can handle this type of pressure playing this very, very good opponent in the Liberty Flames and come out very strong in this next period.
And something I've noticed, especially in that first period of action, is just the way Liberty especially is looking down the ice, looking to get plays on their break, maybe get numbers, get some odd man rushes generated, and try to score goals in that way. Again, we have one more look here at NC State's goal here at the end of the period. And Salma just flipped it through the middle for Colby Peterson with an excellent deflection.
And, you mentioned Liberty's game plan here. Lacrosse, the long passes, playing really speedy. Guess whose playbook that is? NC State's. That's what we've seen from them all season so far. And, Liberty's just pretty much copying their playbook right now. And NC State needs to come back and prove that they're the better team. They can do it better. So they need to outscore Liberty here in this next period.
The class of ACHA Division II going at it here at the Wake Competition Center. Liberty with a 2-1 lead here after the first period. We come back, more intermission coverage. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, We know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Here on PackTV, where NC State trails 2-1 after the first period to the visiting Liberty Flames. Got a top 3 national ACHA matchup here tonight, the first ever Wagon Wheel Trophy game. They'll have the return game tomorrow night up in Lynchburg, Virginia. Joey, what are your takeaways just so far generally of this game and how you think it's going to continue?
Well, my takeaways so far, like I said, NC State started off really slow, right? But over the course of the period, getting in towards the end, you saw them start to pick up the pace a little bit. You saw the Peterson goal, got the crowd going really quick in that last 50 seconds. So I expect NC State to come back out here with that same intensity, the same fire that Bailey was talking about with you in the interview. The team's fired up. They're ready to go. They're only down 1 goal, even though it seems like they've been severely outplayed all game. If you look at the stats, shots are kind of even. It's 13-11, the Flames compared to the Icepack. They're still right in this, and they definitely have an opportunity to come back. And, going into the game tomorrow in Lynchburg, NC State will make the travel up into Virginia. It's going to be tougher for them because it's going to be away. Like me and you, we've both been to LaHaye Ice Center, and it's a pretty big arena for college hockey. So it's going to be loud. They're going to pack it, and NC State's going to have to find a way to get the big road win in order to come back with the Wagon Wheel Trophy.
Just so many ways these teams almost mirror each other. Good fan support. Like you said, we've been up there to the LaHaye Ice Center previously this season when this team took on Liberty's Division I squad. It provided them their only loss of the season so far, and those fans are incredibly supportive. They're very loud. They pack that arena out, much like the fans here at the Wake Competition Center. And, just these teams are evenly matched in a number of ways, and it's interesting to see what the differences will be that will lead to a win. Who will make the right plays, who will benefit from the right bounces, who will maybe get away with, committing penalties if the ref doesn't see it. I know you mentioned a play that happened right in front of our broadcast window over there behind the Liberty bench where Riley Johnson might have gotten away with a little bit of a cheeky tripping penalty. NC State, again, has led in that penalty differential, has gotten more opportunities on the power play so far. But if they want to bring themselves back into this game, they need to play disciplined and not sort of buy too much into the rivalry. We know this is an important regional rivalry. That's why the Wagon Wheel was created. These two teams, they want to play up the rivalry, but you can't let that shake your discipline and cause you to make stupid plays that can put your team behind.
Yeah, and Coach Hughes said they had a pretty big rivalry with Virginia Tech a while ago. Liberty did, and that kind of fell off due to some COVID issues and everything. So they wanted to make a new one, and NC State being the powerhouse that they are in the Southeast, along with Liberty's D2 squad, trying to generate this rivalry. We're basically neighbors here. Virginia and NC State, Wagon Wheel Trophy. That's why it was made after the song, and it's just a really good opportunity for both these teams to get out, to show their best of what they got, and especially here that we have this new partnership with WRAL Sports Plus. This is a prime matchup for this type of stage.
Yes, and before we throw it to break, before our final puck drop here, just wanted to remind our viewers our new partnership with the Capital Broadcasting Group, bringing Icepack hockey to WRAL Sports Plus over the air on channel 34.1 and coming to Spectrum Cable Networks very soon. We're so very happy about this partnership, bringing Icepack hockey to more fans across the state. Second period puck drop coming up here. You are watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
Second period just about to get underway here at the Wake Competition Center. Home team trailing 2-1. Goals from Luke Tucker and Darren Carter for the Flames. And then the late tally by Colby Peterson in the first makes it a 2-1 game. Icepack pushing it into the offensive zone, trying to get something started here in the second. Solomon throws it out in front, deflected away. Hugo's wrister doesn't get through. In the slot, Peterson's turnaround shot can't find the net. See, Hynuk will cover. There's a commotion in front of the net.
Well, it looked like some confusion because I think Chris Solomon thought he scored that.
Hard to tell from our perspective here on the sort of on the left end of the ice.
I heard it ding off the post, and Solomon went around and looked like he was trying to celebrate.
Take a second
This shot
look.
right here hit it off, and then he looks like he goes to celebrate, and the referees are having a lengthy conversation of what's going on right now because they didn't call the play dead. Solomon thought he scored, and then NC State, realizing that the play wasn't called dead, dived in.
And Matt Miller's actually been put in the penalty box now. So could be quite the turnaround. NC State thinking they scored to going on the penalty kill potentially as the referees continue to discuss.
So it seems like Matt Miller's going to be thrown in for jumping on top of Sihanouk as he's trying to make the save. But, you know, then again, you have the referees here. They're not calling anything, so Matt Miller still thinks the play's alive. Sihanouk thinks it's dead. Solomon thinks it's dead. You got half the people thinking it's alive, half the people thinking it's dead. So there was just a lot of confusion on that play as Miller punched the door as things did not go his way.
The no-goal signal coming from the official after that discussion. And now looks like Liberty will go on the power play as well. Colby Peterson still discussing with the referee.
Complete his case all he wants, but I don't think they're going to change their mind. It's just an unfortunate situation for the Icepack. You know, like we said, coming off that really strong finish to the first period and looking here like they're going to score, and goal waved off, and they're now on a penalty kill due to something that's not totally their fault. So it's just an unfortunate situation, and they're going to have to show that they can overcome this. Coach Healy's probably talking to the bench right now, getting them fired up, ready to go in order to defend off this penalty kill.
Officials still trying to clear everything up here in front of the scorer's table. NC State will make a change of personnel to prepare for this penalty kill. Their second of the game. Zarek loses the draw. It's Graz now on the left point. He gives to Doe, sends it across for Lamoureux. His shot, pad saved by Eric Daniel. In the corner, they'll drop it back for Doe. Doe gives to Granzow. Back for Timothy Doe. His wrister flex through, saved by Daniel. Another shot by Peyton Nash, blocked on the way through and cleared down by Parker Zarek. See, Hynuk will leave it for Timothy Doe. With Liberty looking to extend their lead back to 2 with this power play. Granzow goes cross ice, can't connect, and sent that pass from behind the red line, so that'll be icing.
So far, NC State doing pretty good on the penalty kill here. Just like I said, an unfortunate situation for them to be in. You know, something not totally their fault, but you know, they're facing adversity pretty well right now, killing off this penalty. Have about 1 minute and 19 seconds left on it. They'll get a face-off in their own offensive zone.
Philip Bailey on the draw. Kind of got tied up to the side where Liberty grabbed control and moves it up the ice now. Here's Granzow. Top of the left circle, handoff for Harrell. Puck gets all the way back down into the Flame zone. Behind his own net, Timothy Doe will look to get something started. The handoff for Roman Lamoureux. Lamoureux can't get around the freshman Philip Bailey. He'll send it back down behind the Liberty cage. So Doe will run it back. Once again, trying to get this power play rush going for Liberty. He skates it through the middle now. Doe drops it for Harrell. Harrell gives across. Roman Lamoureux. Lamoureux looking for a tip. Couldn't get it. Harrell at the top of the slot. His wrister goes high. Joshua Mallon drops for Trevor Granzow. Granzow gives to Doe. Doe from the point. Pad save by Daniel, and the Icepack clear. Just 10 seconds remaining on the penalty to Matt Miller. Pass maybe hits the heel of the stick for Liberty as they get it in deep. Here's Doe giving it over to Meyer. Power play has expired. Tucker's shot hits the outside of the net. Miller, fresh out of the box, is able to get the puck to a teammate. Chris Solomon passes off for Miller, who can't sidestep David Hawk. So Liberty reclaims the puck. Luke Tucker sends it in deep. Frosch, long pass for Peterson. He has some space. It gets out in front of him. Colby Peterson sidesteps a hit from Hawk. They battle for possession behind the Liberty net. Solomon looks to come away with it for a moment. Immediately he's pinned by Hawk. They're still battling for it down there. It moves up to the sideboard where Peterson could have played it again. It gets pinned. Eventually he kicks it along. It's picked up by Matt Miller. Miller's pass intercepted by Cooper Neal. Liberty will take it through the middle. Here's Tucker with a 2-on-1 with Mitchell. Luke Tucker whiffs on the pass, and it's sticked away by Jackson Cowan.
Good job by Jackson Cowan there, putting his body on the line for that save, forcing a whiffed pass, and then coming back around with his stick, getting it out of harm's way. Good job, Cowan.
Here's Charlie Wilkie with a lot of speed coming out of his own end. Wilkie on the left side tries to fire a low wrister, and they score. It looks like Alex Robinson may have just knocked that into his own net. We'll take another look, but to me it looked like there was an initial save from Eric Daniel, and then it was kind of accidentally swatted back in. We'll look at the replay here. Wilkie with just a ton of speed. Yep, it's going to be off the stick of Alex Robinson into the Icepack net. So an unfortunate own goal for NC State brings the Liberty lead back to 2.
We'll give credit where it's due. Charlie Wilkie had some pretty good speed coming off that left side there, and just unfortunate situation there for Robinson. Just the wrong place at the wrong time, you could say. Just sneaking past Eric Daniels' right pad there for a goal that'll put him up 3-1 now, as NC State was looking strong to make that comeback, but going to be a little bit longer to make that comeback now.
And if you wanted any more evidence of the speed and skill of this Liberty team, look no further than that last goal. Wilkie just got started behind his own net, came flying down left side, maintaining control of the puck, fired that low shot, and just got the right bounce and was able to bring that Liberty lead back to where it was previously. Wilkie's got the puck again. He sends it in back behind the NC State net. There it's Harrell. Harrell will turn and fire another low wrister in that same spot. Wilkie just scored, but a pad save by Daniel, and he accidentally kicks the post off of its moorings.
Daniel seems a little shaky in net right now after that unfortunate goal, and would you really blame him? It really wasn't his fault, and Liberty's definitely going to be looking to take advantage of that.
Granzow, Mellon, and Nash, the forwards. This offensive zone draw for the Flames. Puck is tied up and won by Parker Zarek for the Icepack. Attempted flip pass is knocked down, but Johnson there to recover for NC State. Gets through the middle where Liberty will reclaim it. Chipped in just past Riley Johnson. Will fake the slap pass and turn around. Tries to get it past Peyton Nash, unable to do so. He gets it back through the middle, though. Riley Johnson with a nice toe drag, dangling in, fires a shot. Another save by Sihanuk. But a nice play by Riley Johnson. And now the net's been knocked off its moorings. A little pushing and shoving out in front of the Liberty net.
NC State would be lucky if they don't get a penalty here. I saw punches flying, so it looks like they are going to send, I believe, Parker Zarek into the box, which
I'm going to assume these are both going to be roughing penalties based on what we were seeing down there Graham Wood and Parker Zarek. Officials will go back and tend to the net and get it back in place. It's like a 2-minute penalty each. And we're gonna play 4-on-4 as what's the refs signaling to the bench. Icepack have 5 skaters out right now. So Fong will make his way back. Monteith, Robinson, Ferrone, and Frosch for NC State.
You know, 4-on-4 hockey kind of favors both of these teams here. Since they play so fast, there's a lot more open ice. So it's basically just whoever has control of the puck here for this next 2 minutes will have a pretty good chance at scoring here.
Tied up in the Liberty end. Looks like a stick has gotten loose down there. And they're trying to move the puck, eventually picked up by Monteith. Monteith drifting across the top of the slot. He'll stop and look for another option. Gives off to Ferrone. Ferrone, point to point for Frosch. It's turned over. Flames carrying it out into the neutral zone. Looks like a Liberty stick got caught up in the body of Zach Robinson. He'll have to retrieve it. So Monteith carries it in for the Icepack. Through the middle, they hack away at it through the slot, saved by Sihanouk. Here's Zach Robinson. His wrister goes just high. A few inches lower, it would have been top shelf. Now pass through the middle for Peyton Nash. Nash fires a wrister into the chest of Eric Daniel, and he'll freeze it.
Good save by Daniel there. Coming out of his goalie crease there a little bit to make that save, making himself a bigger target than the goal is. You see here, NC State had some good pressure too. Monteith with the pass just couldn't connect on the goal. Unfortunately, just sent it a little wide.
Puck bouncing through the middle, trying to get a good bounce there, but we're unable to do so. And that chance for Liberty, exactly what you're talking about. 4-on-4, lots of open ice, able to come down and generate a lot of opportunities. Solomon on the left side dangles towards the middle now. Looks like he left it on the pad of Sihanouk, and Liberty will clear it out. It hops the stick of Alex Robinson, but Colby Peterson back there for the Icepack to prevent the breakaway. Peterson now will carry it back through the middle. Lost it to Charlie Wilkie. He tries to fire it ahead for Timothy Doe. Eventually picked up and carried ahead by Toby. Here's Doe. Going through the middle looking for Joshua Harrell. Harrell trying to pick up the puck. Doe comes away with it. Timothy Doe taking it wide around Alex Robinson. Doe fires a wrister looking for that short side corner, sent it a little high. Max Mitchell, left point, carrying it down the left side. Trying to get around Jackson Cowan, pinched off the play. Solomon now, NC State may have numbers. Peterson goes for a change. Solomon from outside the left circle just fires a wrister into the chest pad of Dakota Sihanouk. Looks like the 4-on-4 has expired, so both teams back to full strength. Costantino will take the draw against Joshua Wagner. It's won by Liberty. Forward takes a tumble immediately after the draw, and looks like a cross-checking penalty is going to be called here.
Yeah, that's a good call because Liberty was upset that Costantino went and made that hit, but he was actually cross-checked in the back, so that's actually a pretty good call by the refs there. Icepack will go up 1 on the power play here.
Joshua Wagner into the box for the Flames. So an NC State power play upcoming here with 12:39 to go in the second period. Cross-checking it is for Wagner. Mitchell, the Flame captain, just looking for some extra explanation from the officials, but he'll go back and get into his defensive position to try and kill this penalty off. Zarek and Nash battle on the draw. It goes straight back to Victor Hugo. Here's Solomon at the top of the right circle. Gives off for Riley Johnson. Johnson, very patient, waiting for a shot to open up. Couldn't find one. Solomon fires a shot from the right face-off circle, easily saved by Sihanouk. And the Flames will clear it out. NC State's 4th power play of the contest. looking to convert on this special teams opportunity. Johnson now with a step on the right side. Tries to get around Peyton Nash, but is caught on that foot race. They'll tag up, re-enter the zone. He sends it all the way around for Zarek, who leaves it for Hugo. Solomon into the slot for Riley Johnson. His one-time shot wide left, and the Flames send it down.
Riley Johnson's a guy that NC State needs to come alive here. You see him starting to show little sparks to life. He was relatively quiet in that first period, getting a couple shots on goal here, however. He's one of those guys that will generate you a play, generate you a highlight reel goal. They just really need to get him going.
Shot by Arini goes high. Solomon outside the right circle will assess his options. Gets it through the legs of Mitchell. Does a little toe drag, gets it to the front of the net. The puck is still loose. Maybe just poked away by Sihanouk and cleared once more by Liberty. 30 seconds to go on this Icepack power play. They'll get their second power play unit out here on the ice to try to convert. Puck takes a hot bounce off the skate of Matt Miller. We'll go back into the NC State zone. Hugo gives to Peterson. He delays and gives it off to Alex James. James dangles. Miller tried to play it around the boards to a teammate. Clear attempt for Liberty, unsuccessful. Puck is loose in the slot. Defended well by the Flames, and they'll carry it through the neutral zone now. Darren Carter with a bad touch. NC State picks it up. Zach Robinson leaves it for Matt Miller. NC State unable to generate anything there. Now the long pass attempt sails by everybody. It's sent all the way down for the Liberty icing.
Well, that was, although NC State didn't score there, that was still a relatively good power play by them. Got a couple shots on goal, made Sihanouk kind of uneasy in net there. So that's exactly what they needed. Even though they didn't score, which would have been optimal, still had the next best option of having a really good power play shift there.
Fong on the draw against Joshua Wagner. He wins it. Slap shot to the middle. Bailey with the rebound. Pad saved by Sihanouk. An elite goaltender between the pipes for the Flames. Wagner plays it along onto an NC State stick. Bailey tries the blind backhand pass for Monteith, and Bailey laying a big hit. The freshman trying to get involved here. Now some speed through the middle is Cooper Neal. Neal taking it outside on the right side, will drop back for Wilkie. Wilkie across for Graham Wood. Wood shot tipped just wide by Darren Carter. Counter attack from NC State now. Monteith flips it up through the middle. His wrister into the glove of Sihanouk.
That was a scary play for NC State on the opposite end there. You know, Eric Daniel could have had that puck go by him, as we'll take a look at the replay of NC State's shot here.
And that's a move Monteith likes to sort of bring out of his bag pretty frequently. Kind of take it down the left side, a little aerial flip back towards the slot, but not able to put too much mustard on that shot, and Sihanouk able to glove that one relatively easily. Face-off won by Liberty in their defensive zone. Robinson, freshman, tries to get around a couple Liberty defenders. Bressingham looked to connect with Frosch, but Timothy Doe was there for the interception for the Flames. Liberty seemingly unable to clear the zone here. Good forecheck by the Icepack. Flipped through the middle by Bressingham, does not connect with Costantino. Liberty finally has a second to collect themselves, and now they'll advance through the middle. Granzow draws it back to the right point for Jared Meyer. From behind the net, they send it out to the point for Timothy Doe. Doe's wrister tipped, but just wide. And then another rebound attempt goes off the glove of Daniel, and again, the net comes off. I don't believe the net on this end of the ice is actually secured by any pegs. I think they just kind of put it on the goal line, and that's why it keeps sort of coming off so frequently. Some commotion now on the Liberty bench. Hugo and Tucker mixing it up. Not sure what the
Coach Hughes seems to be pretty frustrated about something. He's trying to get the referee's attention, but it doesn't look like whatever he wants, the referee's going to do for him.
So face-off will be to the glove side of Eric Daniel. Lamoureux on the draw against Zarek. Goes straight out to the side. NC State wins it. Tries to clear, but sent back behind the net. Sherwood now quickly goes to pin it to the boards for the Flames, and he'll come away with it behind the net. Joshua Sherwood. Mitchell is calling for the puck on the left point for the Flames, and now a penalty is going to be called, I believe, against NC State. Or no, it's going to be against Liberty.
It looked like Zarek took a pretty hard hit.
We'll see if we can see on the replay. Yeah, getting thrown down in front of the net there by Luke Tucker. It was Zarek, so we'll see the signal from the official here. Yep, it's going to be a trip for Luke Tucker.
Like, to me, that he was like dragged and pulled down, which is also illegal. Like you can go in front of the net and make a check if you want to, but you can't pull somebody down. It's just not legal. So NC State will go on the power play again, hopefully looking to get a goal with this one.
And advantage been a bit of a bugaboo so far for the Icepack tonight. Puck gets sent down the ice. Daniel tried to stick it over to a teammate, but there was a foot race between Mallon and Chris Solomon, won by Chris Solomon. So the Icepack will take it up the ice, looking once again to score on the man advantage. Here's Zarek on the left side. He'll delay and leave it back for Victor Hugo. Chris Solomon above the right circle now. Puck goes off the stick of Riley Johnson. Not sure if he was trying to give it to Johnson or send it by him to Parker Zarek, but puck is cleared out. And a good stick by Peyton Nash for the Flames. He'll take it in shorthanded. His wrister goes high and wide to the right side. Peyton Nash, another player frequently involved around the puck. A lot of speed, definitely a lot of skill on that stick. Solomon will send it in from the red line. Slowed down behind the net by Sihanouk. They'll battle for it in the corner. Arini trying to dig it out for the Icepack. Eventually won by the Flames and sent off the boards. Maybe knocked down with a high stick, I believe is the signal from the official. So I think they'll bring it out into the middle, into center ice.
NC State there with a couple costly turnovers, highlighting one by Chris Solomon there. Like usually, you know, the energizer of this team, you know, he can create some plays for you, but he had a costly turnover in the neutral zone there, which almost led to a shorthanded goal there by Liberty.
Zach Robinson will turn and dump it in. Nobody there for the Icepack. Puck sent the length of the ice by Liberty. They'll go for a change. NC State behind their own net will once again look to get something started on this power play. They've really been unable to generate many chances. Some stout defending by the Liberty Flames tonight. Alex Robinson with a deke trying to get around Charlie Wilkie, credited goal scorer on the last Liberty goal. Alex Robinson reclaims it, goes cross ice for Colby Peterson. He tries to give it to Matt Miller. Couldn't corral it on the backhand. Out of the box is Wagner. Puck sent to the on net, tipped but saved by Dakota Sihanouk.
Big hit laid there on the shot. Take a look at the replay here. Get a pass up to the point, just a huge, huge hit.
Wagner came on. Tucker came out of the box. Wagner came on for him, immediately made his presence known.
You know, going back to that power play, NC State kind of going in the wrong direction there. Not able to generate many chances on that power play. Looking like the first one in that first period, just not being able to even enter their own zone. And, Liberty's pressuring so hard. How does NC State counter that? Well, you got to use your speed, use your advantage, get around those defenders and create some odd man rushes for yourself, which NC State was just not able to do on that power play.
It seemed like they almost weren't able to possess the puck in the offensive zone, almost at all, on that man advantage. A lot of
neutral zone play in that power play.
So Monteith has it in the corner now. He tries to leave it for a teammate. Again, Liberty all over it. And now here comes Matley for the Flames. Sends it in behind Eric Daniels' net. Wagner tried to make a move towards the net. Was blocked away. And then chipping ahead and into the NC State bench was Charles Monteith. Faceoff will be just in front of the NC State bench. Fong against Peyton Nash. NC State will win it. Ricky Frosch will carry it in. Send it around where Granzow will claim it for the Flames. Backhand pass attempt through the middle. Picked off by Frosch, but he loses an edge. Peyton Nash on it for Liberty. Good save by Eric Daniel. Rebound attempt sent wide.
Ricky Frosch will be thanking Eric Daniel for that one later. Frosch just tripped over his own feet, and Eric Daniel able to make the save.
Another attempt.
Clear the zone there.
Blocked and cleared by the Icepack, and they'll quickly go for a change here. Second period of the long change, so got to give your team a little bit more time to get down the ice and get off. The puck is iced by Liberty.
Looks like Nick Constantino was upset about some of this. Had a little discussion. The referee at center there.
Referee making sure Liberty not able to get any fresh bodies on the ice, on the icing, I believe. Discussion between Ben Hughes and the official to...
Liberty only has 4 guys out there descending. Harold back out there, but a little bit of confusion there.
So the disadvantage of icing is, you're not supposed to be able to make any changes of anybody who's on the ice. Cowan shot, bit of a whiff. High flip to the middle for Granzow. Granzow trying to get around Don Johnson, unable to do so, but Liberty maintains possession just to the right of the net. Backhand pass through the middle, defended well. Puck gloved and carried out by Garrett Arini. Arini dishes for Parker Zarek. Zarek with a long shot outside the left circle, easily gloved by Dakota Sihainuk. And again, they'll mix it up in front of the Liberty net.
A lot of chippiness in this period between these two teams. You see another shove. Toby over there.
Cameron Toby definitely upset.
If Toby went any more, he would have found himself a trip to the penalty box. That was way after they got everybody separated.
So Cowan is going to be penalized for NC State. And again, we've got a discussion between officials here. And we'll see what they...
Back out.
No, Cowan is headed back to the bench, so perhaps not a penalty. Yeah, it looks like no disciplinary action. There's a lot of shouting happening down there, though. A lot of confusion, it seems.
More than we usually see at these games. We're sitting right in front of the Liberty bench, and we've heard them multiple times throughout this game just screaming at the referees, and, maybe rightfully so, but definitely more.
A lot of chatter coming from the NC State bench right now. Coach Healy upset about something. I'm not exactly sure what the genesis of this conversation is. Something about that altercation in front of the Liberty net, I'm sure. Costantino wins the draw forward, pushes ahead. It's behind the net, or Philip Bailey will look to make a play. Bailey defended well by Max Mitchell, able to poke it away. Liberty playing it up the near side boards. Knocked away by Victor Hugo. Hugo now with the puck in his own end. Feeds it up to Bailey. Bailey through the middle. Makes a nice play. Maintains possession. Costantino has a shot through the middle, but another pad saved by Dakota Sihanouk. Through the middle, stick down by Timothy Doe. Played by NC State, so no stoppage.
NC State was looking for a high stick there. Unfortunately, didn't get it. Bailey makes a nifty move, but gets laid on his back.
He is laid out through the middle. Hit may have been a little high, which is the penalty that is going to be called here. Victor Hugo has words with Joshua Harrell. Nothing will come of that, though. Looks like the Liberty captain, Max Mitchell, will sit for roughing. Was laid out Philip Bailey through the middle. Another power play for NC State.
You know, the power plays are trending in the wrong direction there for the Icepack, especially the last one. They're looking to get some more pressure on with this one, so win the faceoff.
A lot of frustration, I'm sure, but looking to turn that around here. Chris Solomon, top of the right circle, his wrister right into the chest of Dakota Sihanouk.
With goalies like Sihanouk, it's going to be really hard to score kind of like a general shot on him. You got to get creative. Got to get some passes, moving him out of the way, generating some open areas of the net there. If you just take a one-on-one shot with him, he's going to save it 99 times out of 100.
Low slap shot from Victor Hugo blocked. Another shot goes just wide. Zarek now on the far side. He'll fake, turn around, move to Arini, receive it back, send it back to Hugo at the point. Chris Solomon returns it to the assistant captain. Victor Hugo, his shot knocked into the corner. Solomon gives over to Johnson. Arini now in the right corner. Solomon. Hugo. Fake slapper. Zarek gives back to Johnson, his wrister. High and wide, looking to pick that top left corner. Hugo. Solomon. Wrister. Again, just high. Zarek, one-timer for Hugo. Save, but the puck is loose. Johnson was looking to pounce on it, but couldn't get a stick on it. So Riley Johnson now has it at the top of the slot. He gives over to Zarek. Zarek's wrister blocked by Graham Wood. Arini gives it back to Zarek. He goes to the point for Hugo. His one-timer tipped on the way through. Looked like he didn't get all of that shot. Liberty finally able to clear, and they'll change some tired legs off the ice. Long pass by NC State, looking to take advantage of the change. Matt Miller drops for James. James sending it in deep for Zach Robinson. Robinson trying to keep the puck away from Graham Wood. And the Flames will carry it out. Short-handed, Wilkie. Looking to make a play down a man. NC State there to counter it.
Flames were pleading their case for a hooking call there down by the net. They did not get it, however.
Puck off the glove of Sihanouk. It's loose out in front. They hack away at it. Sihanouk able to recover and cover that one up as the penalty has expired.
What a save by Sihanouk there. You know, he's off his game. He's on one foot, and he comes back around and just lays on top of that puck. Pretty much dove on top of it. Just what a heads-up play by him. Take a look. Just dives right out of the net on it. And, you know, if he didn't dive on top of that, it was probably a goal for NC State. It just missed that puck anywhere. You know, the net's left wide open. So good heads-up play by Sihanouk there.
Icepack were just unable to get a solid stick on that rebound attempt. Zarek trying to get the puck here. Battling with Mitchell. It's Solomon now. The near side boards. They're hacking away at it. Eventually it'll get loose. Johnson tries to feed a pass ahead with some space now. Liberty, Jared Matley, his wrister goes wide. Wagner there for the Flames. Matley's shot blocked out in front. Bevy of humanity. Riley Johnson, high flip, will send it with a lot of power up into the ceiling of the Wake Competition Center. Some very low ceilings in this building. We see about 1 or 2 stoppages a game for pucks just hitting the rafters.
I really do, but I'd like to go back and point out that Matley breakaway. He really could have had a one-on-one opportunity with the goalie there. Unfortunately for him, he just couldn't get his skates moving in time. The NC State defense caught up to him. He got a couple shots on net, however. Just Eric Daniel able to make the saves.
Max Mitchell's wrister tipped on the way through. Goes wide to the right side. Robinson battling with Matley. Puck is pinned to the boards. It'll squirt out behind the net. Now in the other corner, Matley and Cowan going at it. Max Mitchell on the left point carries it in. He feeds it out in front, saved by Daniel. The puck is loose and Liberty scores. A lot of bodies out there in front of the NC State net. Eventually one of them knocked it in and Liberty leads 4-1.
That's just a tough play for Eric Daniel there. You saw the loose puck out in front. Literally every single Liberty player just swarmed the net. And one of their sticks caught. I don't know if we're going to be able to even really see it in this replay here. There's just a swarm of bodies. You see them all just come into Eric Daniel, almost surround him. There's really nothing for him to do there as that puck sneaks by him. Liberty takes a 4-1 lead. Definitely not what the Icepack needed in this period. They needed a strong start. They needed to score a goal, and they let up 2 unanswered now in this period with 17 seconds left. It's not the way you want to go in the locker room. Eric Daniel makes a pretty good save right there.
Liberty almost adding another one there immediately after scoring. It looked like the initial one-time shot was saved, but Liberty was there for the rebound, just able to hack it in. So things going awry for the home team here in the second period. A 2-1 game has turned into a 4-1 lead for the Flames. Just 13 seconds to go here in the second. Solomon plays it to himself off the boards, looking for Peterson cross ice. Colby Peterson trying to get around David Hawk. Just 3 seconds to go. A dangle by Peterson. He takes it behind the net, and that will conclude the second period. So Liberty able to impose their will for a large part of this game so far, adding to their goal total twice in this period. So they'll take a 4-1 lead into the locker room after 40 minutes. Intermission coverage, this Wagon Wheel Trophy game, come up just after a short break. You're watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Welcome back to intermission coverage of Icepack hockey on PackTV. We're here at the Wake Competition Center where the Liberty Flames have taken a 4-1 lead over the Icepack after 2 periods of action. You know, we've seen a lot of what we were prepared for pregame by the coaches. You know, Joey, both teams said they were going to come out with a lot of speed, but it was going to be whoever makes, you know, the simple plays and whoever is able to be on the right end of some good bounces who would end up taking the lead and possibly winning this game. And that's really what Liberty's done so far. You know, they've utilized their speed really well to generate chances, and they have been on the right end of some good puck luck and some good bounces. And especially you saw in those last 2 goals, you know, they're just kind of imposing their will, and good things are happening for them. And that's how they've got a 4-1 lead here thus far.
Yeah, you know, no really highlight goals for Liberty. They're just kind of playing the game of hockey. You know, what you're taught as a young kid, you know, they're just coming out and playing. And you know, for NC State, I'm not saying they're not playing, but they're not playing up to their ability that I know they can play, that you and me have, and everybody else watching has watched all season of them playing, just imposing their will on all these teams that they play. It's just in their head that, you know, Liberty, you know, number 2 team in the nation pretty much in D2 hockey. You know, you just got to get past that. We've seen NC State make some comebacks this season so far, and, you know, undefeated in this building so far this season. So, you know, coming into a third period, you know, 20 minutes is a long time, and a lot can happen in 20 minutes, and 3 goals are definitely plausible for them. So you just got to, you know, put this period to rest, put it behind them, and get some momentum going.
You know, I don't know if I would necessarily agree. No highlight reel goals. I'd say Liberty's first goal, you know, Luke Tucker with that nice move into the short side top corner was a pretty good highlight for them. But, you know, definitely along the way, it's tough to say that anyone is winning ugly, but, you know, they were the beneficiary of an own goal there, and then, you know, generating that last chance there. Max Mitchell along the left side in the final minute of the period was just able to find a couple friendly sticks out there in front of the net, and, you know, that's how we got to where we are now. Now, if NC State wants to find themselves back in this game, they really have to improve on the power play. They've had 6 or 7 chances so far in this game. They've got 1 goal. You know, and they just don't seem to be themselves, especially on the man advantage.
Well, you know, we've talked about in previous broadcasts, NC State, that's one of the, like, defining characteristics of their team is their power play. At one point in the season, they were, I believe it was a game against Carolina, they were at 50% on the season for power play efficiency, which is just unheard of. And, you know, this game is just, it's not really there for them, and they really need it to come back in its third period in order to get some sort of momentum going against a strong Liberty Flames team. I mean, Liberty's just imposing their will on all sides, and NC State's just kind of sitting watching it happen. So they just need to get something going.
We're seeing a lot of chippiness down there. You know, this is a rivalry game. Guys may not necessarily like each other, and they really have to take advantage of that. You know, so far, they've been on the right end of, you know, receiving more power plays than they have, you know, taken penalties. But it doesn't really mean much if you can't convert on those opportunities. So I'm sure that's something they're definitely looking at and emphasizing, you know, going forward in this game. It's a physical game. They've been there in that aspect, but just finding those goals and getting one past a very elite goaltender for Liberty is something they're going to look to do. And they've got to generate more scoring chances. They've got to possess the puck a little bit longer, and then they might find themselves, you know, on the right end of a goal or 2.
Yeah, and, you know, like, the first step here is getting past Liberty's defense, which has just been strong all night. But the second step is getting it past Sihanu, because elite goaltending, once they finally get it past the defense, he's just there to stop everything. So NC State has to figure out some creative ways, get some cross-ice passes going, you know, spread the puck around a little bit, get Sihanu moving in the net to generate some open looks and just to get something to sneak by him.
You know, it's hard to beat a team that is just so reminiscent of themselves, because we know that NC State has those strengths in speed and skill, and when you face an opponent of that caliber who plays a similar way, just whoever has the edge on a certain night, might be a couple bounces, it might just be making one more smart play than the opponent. It's hard to see what edge they could gain at this point in the game, but, you know, it's never over. We've seen them come back. You know, the Penn State game, where they were down 2-0 going into the third, and they ended up winning that one. I'm sure the attitude in the locker room is not, all down in the dumps. I'm sure they feel they can compete in this game and still have a chance to win.
Yeah, and it hasn't been all bad for NC State. The beginning of the second period, they were pretty good, other than the miscue with the refs there, taking away the goal from Solomon. That's just unfortunate hockey. But they killed off that penalty play, the penalty kill. They did it pretty well, and they just keep shooting themselves in the foot sometimes. Just come back, play the hockey That's what I said at the end of the first period there. Just play the hockey Let Liberty play to you. Don't play to Liberty.
Both teams coming out with a lot of speed. We'll see if NC State is able to utilize that and create some sort of counterattack and some sort of response to the overwhelming Liberty offense and stout defense that we've seen thus far. 4-1 is the score after 40 minutes here at the Wake Competition Center. We'll take a short break. When we come back, some more intermission coverage and some highlights of the second period of action. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Looking back inside the Wake Competition Center here in Morrisville, North Carolina, with the Liberty Flames lead this first ever Wagon Wheel Trophy game against the NC State Icepack 4-1 after 2 periods of action. Take a look at the goals here from the second period. Charlie Wilkie came down the ice with a lot of speed, flying end-to-end, coast-to-coast, and ended up throwing it on net where Alex Robinson would accidentally tap it in for an own goal, which would make the score 3-1. And then you see the final goal here with just under 30 seconds to go in the period, sent out in front, one-timer save before Darren Carter was able to knock in the rebound and make it a 4-1 game in favor of the Flames. That's not necessarily the full story of the period, because in between all of those goals, Joey, we saw a lot of chippiness, a lot of extracurriculars after the play had ended, and just overall maybe like a lot of confusion and sort of chaos out there.
Yeah, a lot of commotion on the benches we saw. If you take a look, shots on goals are even so far, and it's just who wants it more coming into this period. I'm sure Healy's in the locker room talking up the boys right now, telling them, let's go, it's time to go. You're down 3 goals. We need to score like right when we get out. And I'm sure NC State's going to come out with some fire and intensity in order to do that.
There have been some chances generated on both ends. NC State did have a couple of good chances, but can't seem to either put the puck on net or just can't seem to solve Dakota Sihanuk there in the crease. We saw a lot of shots getting sent high or just wide, and maybe the focus should not necessarily be on trying to pick corners or trying to send it top shelf, or simply try to find a simple shot, maybe generate some more rebounds down there that they can try to score on.
Yeah, it's really hard to shoot a shot at a goalie like Sihanouk, who's basically just going to glove everything. Every easy shot you get at him, he's just going to glove it. So you got to create those opportunities for yourself. Like I said before, like spreading out the ice a little bit, passing the puck around, keeping the puck in your opponent's zone, which NC State has really struggled to do throughout this game, especially on the power play, which is a big reason why they're down in this game so far, because they've had so many opportunities to score on these power plays and just not able to generate that offense for themselves.
4-1 is the score in favor of the visitors here in Morrisville. And we'll take a short break, and when we come back, you've got third period action in this first ever Wagon Wheel game between the Liberty Flames and the NC State Icepack.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour, and guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
And welcome back to the Wake Competition Center for the start of the third period here. Liberty Flames up 4-1 against the NC State Icepack. The Icepack definitely got a talking to during the intermission by Coach Healy. Coach Healy's firing up what should be a very high-powered offensive period by this Icepack, as they do not want to go down like that in this third period. They definitely want to swing for the fences and try to make this a close game again. As you see them coming out of the locker room right now, just 40 seconds left in intermission. The crowd will give their applause for the home team coming back out.
Icepack looking to get a comeback effort going here in the third, down 3 goals. Not a situation they have really found themselves in at any point so far this year, especially at home. So what do you think is going to be the mindset, really the key for them to get back in this thing?
Well, the intermission report that we were just on, you mentioned the Penn State game, where they were at home. We called that game. They were down 2-0, kind of playing just like this, where they just really weren't playing their style of hockey. They were letting Penn State and then letting Liberty play their style of hockey, which is what they like to do. So NC State needs to come back out here and prove that this is your home ice. And you come out here, defend it, get some good offense going. it's a big difference between 2 and 3 goals. We saw the 2-goal deficit at Penn State. It's a 3-goal deficit here. But we have seen that Icepack can score. They got that tip in on Colby Peterson scored in the first period there at the waning second. So it is possible to get some pucks past Sihanouk, but it's going to be pretty tough. They got to find some creative ways to do it as take the opening face-off here.
Looking to mount a comeback they have not needed so far this year. Behind their own net, trying to get something started, but can't corral the puck. It gets thrown out in front, knocked away, but unable to clear the Icepack. Peyton Nash fires a low wrister into the pad of Sihanouk. High flip through the middle, trying to find Miller. He keeps it in at the blue line. Good stick there from Matt Miller, but does just barely escape. Colby Peterson tags up, and Chris Solomon will send it all the way in. David Hawk there for the Flames. Indirect pass from Max Mitchell. A turnover in the slot. It's picked up by Solomon. His backhander save. Rebound for Colby Peterson. Another swallowed by Dakota Sihanouk.
Saved 2 pucks there. 2 dangerous pucks on the turnover. We'll take a look at the replay here. See,
outlet pass, maybe a little lazy there from the defender. And Solomon's initial shot blocked before Peterson able to fire one on there.
Yeah, just not enough power on that pass.
Peterson off the draw quickly turns it into the pads of Sihanouk. Stick lost by Miller, was looking for a penalty call. Darren Carter fires a wrister looking for the hat trick from the right point. Another pad save by Eric Daniel. Puck played into the middle for Matt Miller. His backhand pass knocked out of the air by Joshua Wagner. Cameron Toby behind his own net with a long pass. May have deflected off an official there. Eric Daniel behind his own net will play it along for Arini. Arini tries to chip it to himself. Is held up by Wilkie. And the Flames will repossess the puck. Chipped ahead for Timothy Doe. They'll have to battle Ricky Frosch for it. Icepack win that battle. And they'll move it ahead. Again, another pass deflected in the defensive zone. So Liberty keeping the pressure on the forecheck. Both teams had a couple miscues with their outlet passes so far in this period. Here's Garrett Arini now, just crossing the blue line. Off for Zarek, his wrister, another pad save by Sihanouk there. Firing those low wristers on both goaltenders, and for the most part, both have been quite sharp in that regard. Puck just cleared out by the Icepack, immediately sent back in by Liberty. Robinson will take it from behind his own net and push it ahead. Alex Robinson steps into one from the top of the right circle, deflected into the corner. Behind the net, Monteith stops and turns. Monteith behind the net, tries to give it over to Zach Robinson. Poke checked by Graham Wood at the right point. Robinson's shot deflected and saved by Sihanouk, and looks like there will be a penalty called by the back official here in the neutral zone. He's going to call a holding penalty.
Yeah, it looked like they both were tangled up on the ground for a long time there. I believe that's Zach Robinson.
And being escorted to the box for Liberty is going to be Graham Wood. 2 minutes for a hold. Another power play opportunity for NC State, their 8th of the game. You got to think it's now or never for NC State to score a power play goal.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. It's now or never, like you said. And, you know, the last few power plays for the Icepack didn't look too good, but this is a new period. You got to put that behind you. Get you a good power play shift in here, as this is not the start the Icepack was wanting.
Immediately carried up into the offensive zone on the penalty kill by Peyton Nash. He is a player playing with a ton of speed. And with two teams that we have mentioned time and time again, that speed is their bread and butter. Nash just kind of seems to stand above the rest. He is just going full speed ahead at seemingly all times.
Playing very hard tonight. We've seen him multiple times bob and weave throughout this NC State defense, able to enforce his will.
Zarek now will drop for Hugo at the left point. He gives across to Solomon. Solomon looking for Parker Zarek, maybe a miscommunication. Zarek didn't seem to know the puck was coming. Good poke check by Arini to hold the zone, but dug out by Peyton Nash. Johnson will re-enter. Good poke check by the Liberty defenses, denying NC State at the blue line. Solomon over for Riley Johnson. Again, just turned away by Doe. Just a very stout performance by Liberty, especially on the penalty kill tonight. Peterson will try to motor ahead down the left side, throws it out in front, nobody home. Robinson will take a one-timer off the boards. Goes wide into the corner, picked up by Wilkie. Wilkie pushing the Flames ahead. Going cross ice looking for Doe. Pinned to the boards now. 20 seconds to go in the power play. NC State does come away with it. Robinson will slow it down, drop it for James. Alex James through the middle. Bobbing and weaving. He gets through. James's shot, maybe deflected, went off the toe of Sihanouk. James still has it. He collides with a teammate and loses control. Puck is in the skates of Timothy Doe. Here's Alex Robinson with a wrister. Tried to pick that short side corner again. Saved away. And another power play goes unconverted for the Icepack. Here's Cooper Neagle. He loses the puck in the corner. Zach Robinson taking it up the left side. Robinson with his head up, dangles around a couple defenders. Throws out in front, loose for Matt Miller. He can't bang it home. Monteith chasing after it. Just gets past Ricky Frosch at the point. Stepping into it was Ferone, and now a lot of space for Jared Matley. Matley fires a wrister, saved by Eric Daniel. He had all the room in the world down there on the far side. Monteith now carrying it in, trying to shrug off Matley. Philip Bailey will go take it. The freshman in his first game takes a hit from Wagner. They're tied up in the corner. Puck just cleared out of the Liberty zone, and Ferone will slap it back in. Carter now for the Flames. Still looking for that hat trick. Slapper deflected. Bailey now will take it over the blue line. Dangle, backhand to forehand. Good poke to keep it in by Miles Ferone. Here's Monteith. Another low wrister, patted away by Sihanouk. Centering pass, nobody home. Ricky Frosch in the corner, throws it out in front. They bang away at it at the near post, but Sihanouk is there. Bailey falls to the ice.
Bailey taking a beating so far tonight. We saw that huge hit on him in the second period that generated the power play for NC State. Another hard hit there, but I'd like to go back to NC State's power play now that we have a stoppage of play here. Not very good. Not the power play they really wanted to start out this third period. Looked like a lot of the other power plays we've seen tonight. Just uninspired play, turning the puck over. They had two shorthanded opportunities there, Liberty did, and you just can't do that on a power play. You know, you're up a man and NC State playing out of position and turning the puck over. It's not really a good sign that you're going to do well here in this last period.
All the credit in the world to the Liberty defense, especially the penalty kill tonight. That soft backhander swallowed up by Eric Daniel. Liberty, a good combination of speed, size, and veteran experience as what has allowed them to overtake NC State as the #1 team in the Southeast Division of ACHA Division II. In the corner now, they drop it back to Meyer at the point. Cross ice for Graham Wood. He is knocked off the puck. Picked up by Bressingham in the middle, trying to get around a couple defenders. Granzow was there to deny him. Wood and Robinson going at it. Wood knocks Robinson down to the ice, and he's going to take a penalty. Looked like there was an extra little shove there from Graham Wood that caught the referee's attention. So once again, NC State will have another power play, their 9th of the game.
You know, I was going to credit Wood for the hit there because it was a pretty good hit. It was a good check. He finished his check, but that just little shove at the end there caught the referee's attention, and you just can't do that if you're Liberty. But you know, NC State's been ineffective on the power play so far tonight anyways. So for Liberty, you know, get another shorthanded goal attempt for them, I guess, if NC State has nothing to answer for this.
And I'm sure Coach Ben Hughes is going to be displeased with his team taking so many penalties in this game, but at the same time, likely very happy with their efforts while shorthanded tonight.
It's definitely worked out in their favor.
And they win the draw here, immediately send it down the length of the ice. NC State just unable to get much of anything going on the man advantage so far. Zarek's got it on the near side. He'll get it in for Garrett Arini. Arini gives back to Zarek. Outside the left circle, Zarek dropped to the point for Hugo. Hugo for Solomon. The Icepack captain, his wrists are high. Glove down by Sihainuk, it's still loose. Arini for Zarek. Hugo. Gives over to Solomon. Solomon's wrists are deflected. They'll keep the zone. Back for Solomon. Solomon, Riley Johnson in the middle. They play catch. Chris Solomon from the right circle. His shot looked like it was saved by Sihainuk. Bounced off to the side and kept in by Riley Johnson. A good skate, but his pass attempt accidentally hits Victor Hugo, so it will just get out. Solomon tries a chip and can't get it past the Flame captain, Max Mitchell. So Liberty finally able to change some tired bodies off the ice here on the penalty kill. 40 seconds to go. Chris Solomon carries it through the middle. He'll stop, turn, look for passing option. He'll just take a shot. Slap shot goes just high. Miller will go after it for the Icepack. Solomon retrieves it. Alex Robinson now. Over for Solomon. He'll fire another shot. Blocked on the way through and sent all the way back behind the cage for Eric Daniel to retrieve. Penalty killers for Liberty. A fantastic job of clogging all the lanes in the middle and denying any chances for NC State. And the few times they are able to get around those defenders, Sihainuk is there. Another power play and another penalty killed for the Liberty Flames. Alex Robinson on the left side now. Dangles to the backhand in the middle. It's Peterson. He goes around a defender, throws the backhand on net, just trickles through the crease and cleared away by Wilkie. Liberty looking up the ice now. Matley shrugs off Philip Bailey, gets it to Darren Carter. Carter looking for the hat trick. His wrister maybe deflected away by Daniel. Wilkie at the left point. Tries to find Cameron Toby. Pass goes awry and escapes into the neutral zone. Wilkie gives to Joshua Wagner. Wagner unable to generate much of anything. NC State flips it all the way down for an icing.
Yeah, again, just not the result you wanted on that power play for NC State, and just the unfortunate events here of this third period. Just halfway through it, NC State has really not even had much pressure on Liberty at all, aside from just a couple possessions. So shots on goal still in the favor of the Icepack. However, just Sihainuk just not allowing the rebound opportunities. They had one last time on the Colby Peterson shot. Just nobody was home, and that's the kind of opportunities they need to get here in order to get a goal to somewhat make a comeback here.
Robinson with a heady play to make an indirect pass off the boards for Monteith. Miller has it in the corner now. He's swarmed by 3 blue jerseys. And one of those blue jerseys does come away with the puck. It's Roman Lamoureux. Lamoureux through the middle now. He dangles around a defender. He's in on goal. He fires a shot, and no signal from the referee. I don't believe it was a goal.
Looks like the puck stayed out. Just Eric Daniel took a big hit trying to lay out and save that puck.
Daniel took a tumble. A great move by Lamoureux to generate some speed, get around the defender, and put the shot on, but don't believe he was able to capitalize.
Lamoureux looks like he got a piece of Eric Daniel's pad there. Eric Daniel will take a little skate around. Appears to be okay, as the referees will fix the net. They'll go right back in.
Just past the halfway point of the third period here. Liberty with a very dominant performance despite taking 9 penalties. Have not really been in danger of yielding this lead much. NC State scored late in the first period to make it a 2-1 deficit, but since then really have not been able to get much going.
Just looking at like the stats on paper, you'd see that NC State was on the power play 9 times, and you would think, wow, NC State would probably be up in this matchup, but that's just not the case. And even being up in shots.
And there's going to be another one there, another penalty against Liberty.
There you go, 10 penalties, and it only proves my point even more. You see on paper, wow, NC State was on the power play 10 times. NC State should at least get 2 or 3 goals off that, but no, nothing so far, and that's just not what we've been seeing from them throughout the season.
It's Luke Tucker taking the penalty for Liberty. I believe that's his second of the game. Referee's trying to keep control of this game. Have been a lot of penalties. We saw a lot of penalties in NC State's, I believe, their first matchup with Kentucky earlier this season. Things kind of spiraled. A lot of penalties were called.
That game was the longest game we've called by far.
It was a very, very long game of just penalties left and right. And you hate to see things get out of control. You don't want anybody to get hurt or anything like that. But at the same time, too many penalties can really change the flow of a game. Now, I'm sure NC State won't complain about being the beneficiary of a lot of power plays, but they really need to score on one of them at some point. Something has to give.
Yeah, exactly. And Liberty's been on the penalty kill now 10 times as well, and they're only using their frustration to fuel their defense here.
And there's actually 2 penalties being called on Liberty right now. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for NC State. Could change the flow of this game. Fans now getting a little bit excited about this, seeing the 5-on-3. Not sure exactly what the penalties will be for, but here's Solomon now with the 2-man advantage, fires a wrister on top of the right circle. Johnson now in the corner. A lot of open ice on the 5-on-3. Solomon now standing right at the top of the slot. His wrister is blocked by Mitchell, and he'll send it back down into the NC State zone. I believe the second penalty may have resulted from some of the argument happening after the initial call there. Nonetheless, a 5-on-3 for the Icepack. Stick to head for Riley Johnson in the corner. Johnson steps into a shot out in front, rebound into the glove of Sihainuk, and cleared out by the Flames.
Sihainuk with another wonderful save there. Didn't get the first one off the rebound. However, did recover and got the second one. Managed to get the puck out of the zone.
Hugo through the middle now will drop it off for Riley Johnston. Johnson left face-off circle. Stops and goes for a one-timer, and they score! Victor Hugo finally breaks the streak of scoreless power plays. And it's a 4-2 game. A lot of frustration likely relieved there for the Icepack after a long string of fruitless power plays.
First off, credit Riley Johnson for not being selfish and taking that shot there, because he really didn't have a lane. Passes it off to his teammate Victor Hugo for the nice one-timer that goes right over the shoulder of Sihainuk. And NC State's back within 2 goals now with just over 8 minutes left in the game. You would think momentum's on their side now, but you saw with the first goal it didn't really carry over. So hopefully for them that changes this time.
Victor Hugo with his second goal of the season. NC State still on the 5-on-4 power play for another 50 seconds. Would be a massive turning point if they were able to score another. Wilkie now trying to clear the zone. Zach Robinson there to collect for the Icepack and keep it in. Colby Peterson gives back to Robinson. Behind the net, it's Miller. Matt Miller waiting, very patient behind the net. Gets it to Alex Robinson. Over for Colby Peterson. Low wrister, maybe got deflected along the way. Sent away. 24 seconds of power play time remaining. Peterson tries to fire a wrister, blocked by Mallon. Alex Robinson, Philip Bailey. Bailey stops, looks for Robinson. His wrister deflected on the way through. It's loose in the crease. They hack away at it, but Sihainuk was there to deny the rebound chance. 7 seconds remaining on this power play for NC State. Looking to claw their way back into a game that's largely been dominated by the Liberty Flames.
And even just that shift that they had right there, I mean, more life in this NC State Icepack team than we've seen all game. Getting a few shots on goal there, almost scoring another one. See Hynuk making another wonderful save.
Face-off won by Harrell. Sent all the way the length of the ice. That will conclude the NC State power play. Liberty back to full strength. A little bit more than 7 minutes to go here in this contest. Josh Harrell gets around a defender. Can't generate much. Monteith will go cross ice for Ricky Frosch. He'll dump it in. Intercepted by Hawk. Pass through the middle looking for Granzow. He takes down a Icepack defender. Max Mitchell has it at the left point now. Mitchell drops it off for Granzow. Liberty's leading point scorer. Do not believe he's on the score sheet tonight, though. In the middle, Monteith. Looking ahead. Sends it behind the net. Mitchell's got Solomon on him. Played ahead. Now with some space, Granzow trying to give it to himself in the middle, but Alex James there to defend it for the Icepack. Back in their own zone, Liberty will regroup. Toby, intercepted by Peterson. Peterson loses it to Matley. Matley's wrister goes wide, and Daniel will quickly cover that one up.
Just over 6 minutes left in the game. Icepack have new forms of life after that goal. See them starting to play with a lot more intensity, something that we haven't seen so far this game.
Definitely, noticeably, maybe some more lively legs for the Icepack. Face-off won by Liberty. For Toby's shot off the paddle of Eric Daniel. And hit laid there by Darren Carter. Pushing and shoving there behind the Icepack net. Far side, Wilkie will attempt to gain control. Cross ice pass goes for Colby Peterson. He can't quite get around Toby. Peterson with a backhand attempt through the middle is blocked. Solomon, good effort to keep that puck in. Still kept in by the Icepack, still kept in. James gives to Solomon through the middle. He loses control of it, and he's going to take down Matley, and that's going to be a penalty on the Icepack. Tripping penalty assessed to Chris Solomon. So now Liberty will go on the man advantage.
The Icepack's leading point scorer is the one that causes this penalty kill for his team, and it might be a costly one for them with just over 5 minutes left. They're going to have to be down a man until about the 3:23 mark, and it's pretty hard to score 2 goals in hockey within 3 minutes of each other. I'm not saying it's not possible, however, they're just making it harder on themselves.
Icepack needing to dig deep in this penalty kill. Just over 5 minutes to go in this one, down by 2. They are able to push it ahead. It could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Zarek tries to feed it across for Garrett Arini, but pass couldn't get through. Good speed by Liberty to go back and reclaim it. Now Granzow thought he had a teammate behind and turned it over, but they were there to recover quickly.
You would think NC State is going to play this power play a little more aggressive, well, penalty kill, I should say, a little more aggressive than they normally do, considering the fact that they're down 2 goals with such a limited time remaining.
Timothy Doe, good cross-ice pass found Peyton Nash, but he couldn't get past Alex Robinson. Shot blocked from Granzow. Timothy Doe dangles, waits, fires a shot. Blocker save by Eric Daniel. The point, it's Granzow. Out in front, he had a teammate. Puck is still loose. Harrell was unable to convert on the deflection. Granzow gives to Doe. Doe fires it through a lot of traffic in front. Can't find a tip. Eventually slapped ahead and all the way down the ice by the Icepack. so they can change some tired penalty killers' legs. 38 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Flames. So they'll get a couple of fresh bodies on the ice. Take a few more seconds off this clock with a 2-goal lead. They're not in any hurry. Max Mitchell, backhand cross ice pass. And they will enter the zone offsides. Good opportunities generated, especially by the defensemen on the Liberty power play, or the point men, so to speak. Trying to fire through traffic and maybe take advantage of a screen, try to get one past Daniel. Face-off one in the neutral zone by the Flames. Max Mitchell carries it in, stops and dumps it around the net. Final 10 seconds ticking off this penalty to Chris Solomon. It expires and he'll come out of the box. Their own zone, Icepack trying to gain control of the puck. It squirts out in front where they will take it away. Matt Miller looking ahead. To Solomon, his backhander goes just wide. Solomon reclaims it. They battle along the boards. Coming away with it is Luke Tucker. Tucker scored in the first period to open up contest tonight. Big collision in the middle between Mallon and Peterson. They both get up, continue to play. Tucker squeezes by Peterson. He loses the puck in the offensive zone.
You gotta wonder when Coach Healy is gonna pull Eric Daniel out of the net. You see he's starting to come off maybe a little bit. Just under 2:30 left.
Hugo's wrister from the point goes off the glove of Sihanouk. Alex Fong drops it for Solomon, maybe a miscommunication. Zach Robinson picks it up. Robinson drops it for Alex James. James is looking for a tip, but was blocked by the Liberty defenses. 2 minutes to go in this one. Timothy Doe making a play onto the backhand. His backhander saved by Daniel. He'll play it forward to keep the puck moving. Sending it ahead, Monteith. Monteith drops for Zach Robinson. Most of the many players still back in the Icepack zone as they were mixed up with some pushing and shoving of their own.
A lot of talking there behind Eric Daniel.
Robinson now carrying it in behind the net. He tries to throw it out in front for Monteith. Can't connect.
Waved Eric Daniel to come on, but Liberty got repossession of the puck, so now he will come off. NC State with the extra skater.
6-on-5 now for the Icepack. High wrister into the glove of Sihanouk. He'll freeze it. So 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Eric Daniel has vacated his net for the extra attacker.
This is the first time we'll see this for the Icepack all season, and having to go up 6-5, pulling Eric Daniel out of the net.
Coach Healy will call his timeout and try and draw something up. Come back from this 2-goal deficit here with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Icepack have been a bit better here in the third period than they have been previously in this game. Just seeming unable to find the back of the net, whether it was Liberty bodies clogging up the middle and blocking all of their shooting lanes, or Dakota Sihanouk playing an incredibly solid game between the pipes.
Yeah, Liberty, I noticed on their power plays that they like to play it really aggressively defense-wise. They'll pressure like 2 or 3 people up into the neutral zone just to kind of get NC State shaken up a little bit, force a turnover there, and it's been succeeding most of the night as NC State's only scored once, and that was on a 5-on-3. So overall, Liberty's power play unit is the unit that is in the lead for them right now. It's made them get into the lead. Ultimately, barring a wild comeback from NC State, win them the game, 1-2 in the series.
Big show of trust here from Tim Healy. He's putting the freshman Philip Bailey out there as the extra attacker here. He's with Arini, Johnson, Solomon, Alex Robinson, and Parker Zarek. So are they 6 for NC State trying to mount a comeback. Face-off tied up. trying to chop away at it, or the Icepack. Eventually it's caught in the skates of Philip Bailey and just cleared into the neutral zone by the Flames. Just over a minute to go here. Bailey, cross ice, hops the stick of Solomon. He regains it. Solomon stopping, sending it back around the net. Chasing after it, Arini. Gets it in deep for Bailey. Bailey pass, nobody home out in front. They'll go all the way back behind their own net. Solomon trying to chop it ahead for Johnson. Flipped high and out of the zone by the Flames. Alex Robinson, cross ice pass, hops over a couple sticks. Puck knocked down by Solomon. He'll carry it into the zone. Gives it to Riley Johnson. Johnson will stop, turn, pass over for Robinson. Robinson will fire a wrister wide to the left side. 25 seconds to go now. Johnson taking it down the left side. Drop for Arini. Arini to the point. Robinson, his wrister tipped on the way, and they score! Who else but Chris Solomon in the slot, deflecting that one in. And NC State maybe just barely has life. It's 4-3.
All right, well, you got 15.4 left. Healy's on the bench over there drawing something up right now, and I can guarantee you that. You need a play desperately down a goal with 15. But overall, pretty good shift there for the Icepack, generating some offensive zone time, getting some shots on net, and look what happens. Sneaks one through. So we have a one-goal hockey game now with 15 seconds left.
Faceoff is won by the Icepack. Immediately sent ahead to Riley Johnson, who was lined up on the boards here on the near side. Final 10 seconds now. They'll have one more push. They try to get it to Johnson, but they send it too far. Puck is flipped up into the neutral zone. The final seconds will tick off the clock. One more slapper from the red line by Alex Robinson, and that will do it. So a furious comeback effort by NC State here in the final few minutes, but not enough to come back and beat the Liberty Flames, who will take home the win in this first Wagon Wheel game by a final score of 4-3. So a lot of action in this one. A lot of penalties, a lot of high skill plays, a lot of speed. A really great matchup between two of the best teams in ACHA, and they will run it back tomorrow night in Lynchburg. So final post-game coverage and analysis, as well as a couple of interviews coming up here after the break. Watching Icepack hockey on PackTV.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome into post-game coverage of Icepack hockey here on PackTV, where the Liberty Flames take home a 4-3 win in the first Wagon Wheel Trophy matchup between Liberty and NC State. And it was a furious comeback effort, Joey, there in the third period. NC State, after being grinded down by the speed and the size and the physicality of the Flames, they were able to manage a couple of goals there. The comeback effort falls just short, but I'm sure they have some positives to draw on going into the rematch up in Lynchburg tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. And some might have thought, after seeing those first two periods, they were like, wow, there's no way NC State can come back from this one. They were just grinded into the dirt. And, they arose back up and scored 2 goals right there at the end and, made it interesting. Made it interesting for the fans that came out. They were excited to see the goal go in 15 seconds. I know we were up in the booth too. So, you got to applaud the effort by NC State. It's just a team that doesn't die. You can't kill them. They'll always come back. And, they got tomorrow's matchup, but unfortunately, this loss does hurt their bid to nationals, the automatic bid. Them losing, they would have needed to win both of those matchups, so that's unfortunate for the team, but they're going to put that one behind them and look for tomorrow, I would assume.
And, while they might not necessarily be already in position to be in nationals, this is still a very strong team. It is their first loss of the season. I think I'd still be surprised if they weren't able to make it to that stage of the season. But it will hurt. It is their first loss against Division II competition on the year. Coming against a rival. You never like to lose to somebody that you have such a heated matchup with. But you have to give all the credit in the world to Liberty. From their incredibly solid goaltending, stout defense, always in position, never seemed to be making too many miscues, and then their forwards, a lot of skill, a lot of speed, end to end, making plays, and we're able to benefit just a little bit more from some good puck luck. But that's not the whole story. Even things like an own goal or a lucky bounce, you have to be doing the right things to generate those kind of opportunities. And Liberty was just that much bit better tonight, even despite taking 10 penalties on the evening.
Yeah, I agree. The penalties did hurt them. However, it did somewhat work in their favor that NC State really couldn't capitalize on the power play there. But, Liberty's just a team that did everything right in that game. They came out, they executed, and now they get to go home. They get the 3-hour bus ride back up to Lynchburg and prepare for tomorrow. But still, you got to applaud NC State for not pretty much going out there and dying in the third period. They came back. They knew they had a chance to come back and win that, and they almost did. So you got to give them props for that.
NC State, again, effort till the very last second, the last whistle. There would maybe be a lot of teams that would experience those first 2 periods, experience that deficit, and maybe be a bit discouraged. And I'm sure there was maybe a little bit of discouragement after that, but they still came out, gave their full effort there in the third, from start to finish, gave full effort. I'm sure that's something Tim Healy will be happy about despite the loss, and something that they will want to continue on into the return match tomorrow night in Virginia. 4-3 the final score. Liberty takes home the win here at the Wake Competition Center. We'll get some interviews and some final analysis here on PackTV after the break. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library.
Don Diablo. Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Going back to Icepack post-game here on PackTV, where the Flames come away with a 4-3 victory over the NC State Icepack here in the first Wagon Wheel Trophy game. Joining me now, defenseman Victor Hugo. Victor, tough loss tonight. What do you think it was that allowed Liberty to be able to limit you guys so much on the power play?
I think it's a tough. This is our first weekend back in like a month. We've had some practices, but we're gonna get it back rolling. We just gotta keep moving the puck and definitely keep it simple.
It was a furious comeback effort from you guys there at the end to try to claw your way back. What was Coach telling you there on the bench and trying to get you guys back into this game?
He was just telling us to keep working. That's all we have to do. We got to win our battles, race to the puck, and just get shots to the net.
You're typically the defenseman who runs the power play up on the point. What is it that you guys are normally trying to do on the power play to try to generate chances and eventually try to capitalize and score on those man advantage opportunities?
We got some set plays, but generally we're just trying to work it around, looking for me or Solo for an open shot. Sometimes we go cross ice. It just depends on what's there. We just kind of take what's given.
And what's you guys' mindset heading to the return game tomorrow in Lynchburg?
We're going to forget about this one and move forward. We got to get back to basics and just win our battles and keep moving.
All right. Thanks for the time, Victor.
Thank you.
All right. 4-3 win for the Liberty Flames here at the Wake Competition Center. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Tim Healy. You're watching Icepack Hockey on PackTV.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your source for all things NC State. Just off campus in the Ridgewood Shopping Center at 3526 Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop has everything the NC State fan needs. Sporting goods and memorabilia, your favorite NC State team apparel, tailgating essentials, Icepack gear. A proud sponsor of the NC State hockey team, a percentage of all Icepack sales go back to the team. Stop by today or visit us online. The Red and White Shop.
From the top of D.H. Hill Library, Don Diablo.
Oh yeah, this is actually like in my studio.
WKNC HD3 Raleigh.
Hey, what's up and what's going on, folks? This is Kid Kinetic, your boy up here at the top of the hour. And guess what I got? A treat that's too sweet to beat.
This is Wolf Bites Radio.
Oh, that's really sweet.
NC State.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Back to Icepack post-game here on PackTV. The Pack suffered a tough loss in this Wagon Wheel Trophy game by a final score of 4-3 to the Liberty Flames. It's their first Division II loss of the season, but they didn't give up until the very end, scoring a goal there with just 15 seconds left to make it a 4-3 game, and then trying to score the equalizer there with the extra attacker on in the empty net. Just came up a bit short, but they're looking to rebound with another match with these Liberty Flames tomorrow.
Yeah, they're, like they said before last commercial break, they're just putting this game behind them. You can't let it dwell on you. I know it's your first Division II loss, and it kind of stings a little bit, but you just got to put it behind you. Tomorrow's a new day. They will be away, and unfortunately, we will not have a broadcast for it, but keep an eye on the Icepack Twitter and Instagram. They'll keep you informed. But, yeah, like I said, just got to put it behind you. It's a tough loss. They had a furious comeback, but, yeah, just got to move on to tomorrow.
An unfortunate result for the Icepack here at the Wake Competition Center, falling by a final score of 4-3. For Joey Bianconi, our producer Sullivan Strong, and everyone here on the PackTV crew, we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of Icepack Hockey here on PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.
This isn't the old Icepack team. NC State, they just pump out relentless attack after relentless attack. This is a team that you don't want to sleep on. There's never any easy moments on the ice against NC State.